the moment I fell into the fissure that the book would not be destroyed as I had planned. It continued falling into that starry expanse of which I had only a fleeting glimpse. I've tried to speculate where it might have landed. I must admit, however, such conjecture is futile. Still, questions about whose hands might one day hold my Myst book are unsettling to me. I know my apprehensions might never be allayed, and so I close, realizing that perhaps the ending has not yet been written.
Hello and welcome to Brothers Forge Gaming. We have the mysterious game of Myst, a game that has eluded me since childhood. This is one of the first games that I had ever had for Sega Saturn, and a very challenging game at that. Now, if you're unfamiliar with this game, it is a puzzle-solving, kind of free roam the island and solve puzzles to unlock other parts of the island. This is a genre that I believe Myst popularized, and is actually making a bigger showing in today's gaming on the PS4. Games like Firewatch, Abzu, and some of those kinds of games where non-combative, and you don't have to really have twitch reflex skills, be able to do the shooters and all that. So if you're somebody that likes to game and doesn't like the hectic pace of some of the games that more popular games like Call of Duty, or even some of the brutal platforming of Mario. If you're not into that, but you do like video games, this particular style of game would be right up your alley. Now, it's kind of similar to some of those PC whodunit games where you walk around and solve puzzles and that kind of thing, but I feel like Myst brings a lot more to the table than those games. As you can see, it's a kind of point and click your way through the game. Different objects. Each frame is full of detail as you walk through, so you can leave no stone unturned, no corner unchecked, no crevice left uncreviced. Going back and playing this, I haven't played Sega Saturn since probably, since me and EZ back in the day when we were youths, we would play Theme Park all the time. And actually, the last time I tried to play this system was then, and apparently the save battery goes out within the system internally on the Sega Saturn. So I actually just replaced that. It's a very easy fix. You just get one of them watch batteries, and it basically pops out like a battery. Unlike having to fix some of the different stuff with having to solder and do different things with the boards and fuses and some of the other systems, the battery on this was really easy. So if you guys have a Sega Saturn out there that isn't saving anymore, it could possibly be due to that very simple and inexpensive fix. If you guys have any questions on that, let us know, and we'd be happy to help you out. But yes, as I was saying, going back to this game is, I know it's not really a scary game, it's not considered a horror game, but for whatever reason, playing this game, I just get this ominous feeling as you walk through. Maybe something to do with the fact that you're alone on the island, that it's almost too quiet, from those cheesy horror films or cartoons. What was it, Scooby-Doo, or I can't remember which one, but the guy would always parrot, "Oh yeah, a little too quiet," or whatever, So, but something like that. Well, it is supposed to be serene, peaceful, and relaxing. For whatever reason, I find this game stressful, if you can believe that. It could be my OCD, having to click on everything and not being able to solve the puzzles outright. So it's the kind of game you have to go. You basically have to. There's a lot of backtracking, which is in a game like this where the ROM loads kind of slowly, that kind of thing. The backtracking can get somewhat annoying, but it is part of the charm. Like right here, you're going down this staircase. They could have easily just made it a one-click staircase, but instead you're descending, you're going down, you're hearing the noises, and it's creating an effect. And that's what this game does. It's a visual effect. Reminds you of films of old, back when filmmakers relied on directing and acting and screenplay and writing and all those different facets rather than just blowing you out with special effects. This game uses the surroundings and every bit of frame to its advantage to kind of set the mood. Yeah, as you can see, you go around, you click on different things. Here is a puzzle that I don't quite have the schematic for yet, so you go there. It was a preview, it showed you the schematic, but nothing was checked off of it. So it's possible you find like a layover or something later that shows you which buttons to push. And so this is that kind of game. Now, something about these graphics, I really enjoy these 32-bit, grainy, polygon-style graphics of the older systems like PlayStation. Saturn almost feels a little bit different than PlayStation. I want to say the graphics are more crisp and less polygon, if you will. They're almost more like basically a ROM, a PC version of these games. I have only played Myst on this system, but I think it looks fantastic. I've seen some gameplay of it on PC and other things, but for whatever reason, this version of Myst is wonderful. Now, I would be interested in checking out the 3DO's version of Myst because it also looks pretty cool, and I'd like to do a comparison. So if anybody out there has played 3DO and has played this or is looking at this and has any comments on that, that'd be great to hear. I would be very interested. I am looking into getting a 3DO, but for whatever reason, the games and all that are crazy expensive, so at this point it doesn't even seem worth it. But eventually, you never know what you can come across. Well, that's going to be it. I'll just leave it off with you guys and just kind of enjoy the game. That's Myst. This has been Brothers Forge Gaming. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Enjoy.